Oh, I almost feel like Matt T.S. Madison. Is this on? Is this thing on? The motherfucking number's moving, so it's on. Let me stop. What's up, YouTube? What up? What it do? I haven't made a YouTube video in a very, very, very long time. I had some videos up, weight loss videos, but clearly a bitch ain't lost no weight. I deleted those, and I actually post a patty pie video some time ago. Me and my daughter just acting stupid, whatever. But I got my big ass computer on my bed because I didn't have enough storage on my damn phone. So we gonna see how this shit work out. Anywho, um, I just decided that I'm gonna start making videos again because I'm entering like a different part of my life, a journey of my life that I didn't necessarily bitch want to go on, but I have no choice. I gotta deal with life hands me shit, so bitch gotta deal with it. So I just decided to record my journey so I can have things to look back on. People who probably have the same thing that I have can, go to inspiration just to see, how I handle it and what I'm going through, whatever, whatever. But anyway, um, it all started in August the 30th of 2013. I was at work. I'm a correctional officer for the Illinois Department of Corrections, and I was working in a sale house. I was going into my office. I slipped on some water that was on the floor, hit my knee on the corner, the very corner of my desk, which was a wooden desk. I didn't think nothing of it because whenever you hit anything on your body, it hurts, but then it tends to go away, you know. But I'm glad a bitch was smart enough to actually put in an incident report just in case something happens, I can have it documented. So I went home because the bitch was trying to catch up on Scandal. I had like 3 episodes to go before the new season came out. So I went home, I, cleaned myself up, propped myself on a couch, propped my leg up on some pillows, iced it down, and looked at all 3 episodes of Scandal. Now, when a bitch tried to get up, her niece said, "Oh no, bitch, not today." And I just screamed. I was in like so much pain. And my husband came in and he was like, "What's wrong? What's going on?" I was like, "I cannot stand. I can't. It hurts. It hurts." So he ended up taking me to the hospital. I had an MRI done. They said I had a very bad contusion. So gave me some pain pills and did they give me a bandage? No, so yeah, pain pills, and they wrapped my knee up, whatever. So, see your primary in a couple of days, whatever. So I took off work. Um, went back to work, worked in the cell house, and my knee like literally like blew up again. So I took off work, saw my primary doctor. He um what do you call that shit? Oh, he referred me to a orthopedic doctor. And when I went to go see this guy, this motherfucker, he was racist, but that's a whole nother story, okay? But anyway, he said, okay, basically, bitch, you go to physical therapy. So he had me in physical therapy or whatever. I was doing good. Like I was the youngest person there. Like it was like I'm not an old bitch. I'm old enough, okay? I'm a senior, okay? But I was people in there older than me, so I'm smoking through physical therapy, but my knee is still like blowing up. You know what I'm saying? So they gave me this machine that like you put electrodes on it and it like shoots electricity through it. So it like decreases your pain. And that worked. I mean, that was fucking awesome. But when I didn't have that bitch on, that was another story. So I basically did, I think, 2 or 3 months of physical therapy. Doctor said, okay, bitch, you can go back to work. Okay, I went back to work. Knee blew up like a motherfucking cantaloupe, okay? And I did it twice. I went to work back to back, and it happened, and I ended up going to the hospital the third day. And um, I went back to the doctor, and he was like, "Well, it's just a bad contusion. Maybe we'll give you more physical therapy." And I'm like, "Well, I'm noticing this little lump on my knee. I'm not no motherfucking rocket scientist, and I'm not a doctor, but that bitch wasn't there before." And he's like, "No, no, it's just part of the swelling, whatever, whatever." So I'm like, "Okay, it is what it is." So I do basically some more physical therapy, and I went back to work. Now I had a major at that time. He thought I didn't like working like double cell houses, so that's what he would put me at. But I was basically telling him like, "Look, dude, my knee is fucked up. It's gonna blow up if I constantly on it all day." And he kept doing it. So the last time he did it, I had to go to the hospital. I said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to work anymore. I need to get this taken care of because something is wrong." So, but before then, I had went to work and I had a doctor's appointment. When I went to work, they was like, "You're not cleared to come back from your doctor, so bitch, you gotta go." So I said, "Just let me trottle my ass down." To my doctor's appointment. Went to the doctor's appointment and I went in my uniform. And this motherfucker doctor attitude totally changed because he was like an ass. Like all the times I seen him, he was like an ass. He was like acting like I was trying to get over on my job. Like I was trying to make them pay and I was trying to sue and all this shit. And that wasn't even like the furthest thing from my mind. But when he saw me in my uniform, oh, his whole motherfucking attitude changed. That motherfucker, oh, you so lucky you didn't break it. It's very, very bad. But bitch, you wasn't telling me all this before. You was like, "Oh, it's a bad contusion. Oh, you can go to work." All this other shit. And that started pissing me off, because that's telling me that you basically don't give a fuck. It shouldn't matter what type of uniform I have on. So what happened is if it's like a regular person who works like a civilian job, like you like fuck them, you going back to work, that pissed me off. But anyway, he was like, "Well, let me give you a cortisone shot." Bitch, when I tell you this shot was beautiful, okay? I never had anything like this in my life. Bitch, I felt like I can run a motherfucking marathon. It's like nothing was wrong with me. And that shot is the devil in disguise, okay? Because it really covers up like what's really, really going on with you. So anyway, um, I ended up doing some more physical therapy, and he told me, "Bitch, again, you can go to work." Went to work, and they put me in the cell house again, and I said, "Fuck it, no, I'm not coming back to work until like we get this issue like taken care of." So I end up I ended up asking a friend of mine, "Do you know any like good doctors? I need an orthopedic doctor." Gave me this doctor, and like when I went to go see him, I automatically received like excuse me, a X-ray in his office. And when he looked at my knee, and then he looked at the images, the X-ray images, and he was like, "Something going on in this area. I really don't want to say anything. Let's do an MRI, to me you can have a discussion." Because I was like, "This night," and he's telling me, I just a bad contusion, whatever. So I go like that following Wednesday to get the MRI, and I was supposed to meet with the doctor that following Tuesday. He called me like that Friday, and he was like, "Oh, I just got your results." And I said, "I already know I have to have surgery. I kind of knew that from the jump. The earliest you can get it done, let's do this." But he basically said that I had like blood clots on my knee and that had to be removed. And it was like touching nerves and shit. That's why I was in pain and it was blowing up. So he scheduled my surgery like a week and a half later. Went in, had the surgery. Fine, did physical therapy after that, but I still had like numbness on one side of my knee, and I didn't have full range of motion, and my strength wasn't back. My job felt basically that they were tired of paying for me being out and paying for my doctor bills and my physical therapy. So they sent me to go see one of the state doctors. I didn't even see this motherfucker Bojangles for 5 minutes, okay? Not a one, two, three, not a four, not a 5 minutes, okay? And when I went in there, he basically looked at me, told me to move my knee, and which a couple of them I had difficulty because it was like stiff. And he was like, "Okay, I'll do my report. You'll get it in a couple of weeks." Really, bitch. Okay, so I'm at home, chilling or whatever, and um, the lady from my job who does workman's comp, I love her to death, really nice. She calls me and she's like, "Hey, do you know you're supposed to be at work tomorrow?" I was like, "Excuse me, um, excuse me." Come again. I'm supposed to. I'm sorry, y'all. If I'm looking down, it's like the camera up here. I don't know. Anyway, um, she said, "Yeah, they have you coming to work tomorrow. You didn't get like nothing." I said, "Ain't no. I haven't heard anything. This is the only time I'm hearing anything." And it was like on a Friday, right? So you supposed to come in Friday. Because my off days are Wednesdays and Thursdays. I said, "No, ma'am, it's not going to happen. I'm not coming in." She said, "Well, just know if you don't come in that you have to call in and you have to use your own sick time and boo, 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 blah, blah, blah." Okay, fine. I'm not coming in. Y'all may see me Monday. You know, so she was basically saying that the state doctor said that I was able to come back to work full duty, no restrictions. And my doctor was like, "No, she's not, and I'm not signing off on that. So if something happens to her, that's not on me. That's on you guys because I said that she's not ready." It was to cover him and me, and I appreciate that. But I didn't go back to work till like that Monday or whatever. They had me on shit that I didn't have to like climb upstairs and do all that other shit. So it was cool. When they did have me in the cell house, my knee like blew up again. I had to like take another trip to the emergency room because the motherfucker blew up like a goddamn cantaloupe. And that was it. After that, you know, it started getting better. It did. It got a lot better. I was at work like a lot more. So time go by, time go by, time go by. Now we're in 2015. Now, I started noticing like little knots around my knee. And me, I'm like a WebMD type of girl. I try to basically diagnose myself through WebMD. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I do that. I have insurance, but I will do WebMD and try to do home remedies in a motherfucking millisecond. Okay, so I do look WebMD, whatever, and I'm thinking to myself, it's just hair that's like stuck under the skin, can't break through. Because when you get a hair bump, how that looks. That's pretty much how it's looking. So I didn't really like think nothing of it. So a little time went on further, and I noticed like one particular bump was like getting big, and it was really noticeable. Where if I have on some jeans, you could like see the lump like through my jeans. And then my knee started like getting real tight and it started hurting. I'm like, "Oh no, bitch, this is a problem. You need to go to the doctor." Went to the doctor. The doctor told me it wasn't my primary doctor. It was another doctor that I had to see because my primary wasn't available, and I have a HMO. But the doctor said that it was a boil, right? Because it's big. That's how it looks. That's how big it got. And I said, "No, ma'am, it's not a boil because I've been on antibiotics because I had a double ear infection. And if it was a boil, the antibiotics pretty much would have killed it." And she was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna give you some different antibiotics and you're gonna put it on and put a hot compress on this your bust." I knew that wasn't the case because at this point I had the motherfuckers for 2 months, and it don't take 2 motherfucking months for boils to bust when you're constantly on antibiotics. So I entertained her, you know, and I had to do a follow up. And when I did the follow up appointment, it was with the head medical director of that clinic. So when the head medical director seen it, she was like, because she saw me for my ear infections. So when she saw the knee, she was like, why you didn't tell me about that knee, when I saw you? And I'm like, because shit, I was worried about my ears. I wasn't worried about this damn knee. So she says, you have to see a surgeon. Let me go make your appointment. Now, normally I tell you, oh, you have to follow up with this doctor. You have to do this, and that. You have to do it. This bitch told me, I'm going to do it. You just wait right there. I'm about to do it. She set up all my appointments. So, and this was at my primary clinic. So I went to go see um, the surgeon. Like, I think it was like Thanksgiving Eve. It was a day or two before Thanksgiving. And even the doctor's nurse, she was like, I don't think she's gonna see you. And I said, look, I didn't even make this appointment. The doctor said, well, let me see. So I showed her my niece. She was like, oh yeah, she's gonna want to see you. So I'm like, bitch, I know you want to go home because it's Thanksgiving, but what makes you think I want to be up here on Thanksgiving? But anyway, she sees it and she said, oh, you need an MRI. I said, okay. Put up, I had to go, did the thing for the MRI, took it on a Wednesday. I had a follow up with her the following Wednesday to go over like the results. So when did the MRI on Wednesday, I went to work. She called and left a message, right? To call her, as soon as possible. So, and I get off at 3. I'm not allowed to have the cell phones in the facility. So, when I got off of work, I checked it, and she called me like from her cell phone, and that's, if anybody know, that's very, very not common for a doctor to do. So I call her back, and she basically told me like, um, there's really no need for you to see me on Wednesday because there's nothing that I can do for you. I'd rather have this conversation face to face, but I just want to let you know, like the severity of what's going on. So I'm like, what's going on? But you starting to scare me. So she was like, basically the MRI image showed a sarcoma, and she's not equipped to deal with that, and she'll renovate with my primary doctor, and they're going to refer me to another doctor that pretty much specializes in that kind of stuff. And when she's talking to me, I'm not gonna lie, it was like Charlie Brown teacher. It went wonk 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 wonk. So I'm like, okay, I'm just okaying her ass, right? I don't know like what the fuck she's talking about. So I'm like, sarcoma? What is that? I don't know. She's like, it's a soft tissue tumor. And I'm like, okay, okay, sarcoma. Oh, okay. I said, okay. Just give me the referral so I go see the doctor. Then I'm like, but you okay her? You need to ask her what's. I was like, I don't know what a sarcoma is. And she said, sarcoma is a form of cancer. Bitch. I was like, oh my God, I swear, like my heart, it was like a burning in my chest, right? So I said, okay, okay. Now she telling me all this on the phone. She said, "But you have to see the specialist. Da, 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 da. We're gonna keep me and your doctor is gonna keep in touch. We're gonna get it taken care of. Blah blah blah." Okay, okay, fine. So you know, I go get the pathology report, right? The MRI report, and it says that it's a sarcoma. It says it in the report. And I started doing research. I'm like, sarcoma. Sarcoma is a form of cancer. And I have it in my knee. And that's very, 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 very rare. So I said, okay, let's deal with it. You know, let's find out if it's for sure. I'm not going to get my panties in a bunch. Let's just see. So I go. They send me to a specialist at the University of Chicago. And all this while I'm thinking like this have to do with my first surgery because I do have scar tissue that was from like my first initial surgery. So I'm like, okay, and which was workman's comp related. So I go to him. He was like, "Oh no, I know you hurt yourself at work. They took out blood clots, and you have scar tissue, but they also took out a tumor, and that tumor was malignant, and not malignant. I'm sorry, it was what did he says? It was not malignant. I can't think of the word. It'll come back to me later. But anyway, like it's non-cancerous. It's benign. That was the word. It's benign. So we're thinking the same thing. Okay, all right. He said, so what I need for you to do is go where you had your first surgery at. I need the cell blocks that they took from that tumor, and then we're gonna do have the pathologist do you up here. Then we're gonna check everything out, and just we're gonna compare and contrast. All the while I'm thinking like I got this big fucking knot on my knee. You see where it is. They say it's cancer. Take the motherfucker out. You can compare and contrast after we do all this other shit, right? Because I don't have time for it. You're not about to fucking stress me out. And then on top of everything, they said it's aggressive. It's an aggressive type of tumor and it travels. So, okay, you're telling me it's aggressive. You're telling me it travels. You see where it's at. You know where it's at. Take the motherfucker out. We deal with other things later. Except you trying to um, get a medical history out of my ass. No, I want it out. So he was like, "Oh, Miss Brown, we're gonna take it out, but we just want to see what's going on and this, that, and the third." So I had to mosey my little chunky ass and go get the blocks from the first tumor that they took out. Then when I saw him again, like, well, it was the same day I did it. The pathologist from the university came and stuck 8 big ass needles because I got like 6 lumps in my knee and one big one and the rest one like I say one the size of like a dime and the rest are small. So they sprayed the spray on my knee, right? That was cold as fuck, okay? And then they stuck the needle in and was like, and what they were doing, they were collecting cells. But the shit hurts, okay? So they wanted to compare those cells to the cells from the first tumor that they took out. So the pathologist was like, well, we can have a basic reading within a couple of hours as soon as we get back to the lab. But, extensive reading is not going to be ready for a couple of days. You call back Monday. Now, this is like around Christmas. So I'm like, okay. He was like, so just give us a little time. Just give us a little time or whatever. I'm not tripping. Okay. Let me know, you know. So that following Monday come and go. The doctor said he was gonna call me. He didn't call me. Now at this time I'm getting like nervous because he did say they're thinking it's benign and I'm holding on to that like thread like okay it's gonna be not benign like it was last time. So I'm calling this motherfucker and he's not calling me back and that's like pissing me off because you're not communicating with me. You just told me that the type of tumor that it looks like it is very aggressive. It's very, very rare. So of course I'm scared, especially you're not telling me anything. So I'm blowing like this man up, and he finally calls me and said, "Oh, I know you're nervous, whatever. We're waiting on a pathologist. As soon I'm supposed to meet with them Wednesday. We're gonna go over everything. I'm gonna call you." Okay, fine. Wednesday come and go. I ain't heard from this motherfucker. Okay, so the Friday roll around. I said, "Let me call him." Call him, left a message. I'm like, I need to know what's up with the pathology report, and I need to know when we're going to do a surgery date. What's my surgery date? Now, all this time I've been off work since December the 18th, so I have no income coming in. No income coming in. So if you want to help a sister out, at the bottom, I'm going to put my GoFundMe the shit down. Okay? Help a sister out. Pass on the word because I'm going to need all the help I can get. Okay? Anyway, he says, yeah, I'm gonna call. No, I called. Let me go back. I called, left a message, whatever. His nurse called me. Oh, he's gonna call you back, and this, that, and the third. So the next call that I gave, I must say it was not nice. I was not professional because I'm perturbed at this time. And I call him. I'm like, I need him to call me ASAP. I need to know what's going on. Ain't nobody talking to me. I need some answers. So he calls me, you know, and he's like really apologetic. I'm sorry you haven't heard from me. Everything was in the pathologist's hands, and we sent it like to four different pathologists. One of them was from Harvard, and I'm like, okay, you doing all this. You have not said shit to me. If it had to go, you're sending it to different pathologists and to Harvard school for them to look at it. Don't you think that's something that you need to tell me? Let me know something. Keep me afloat of what's going on. But he ain't said shit to me, right? So I said, well, you know, he said, well, they came back. What you have is very, very rare. There's like no writings on it. It has a long ass name, but I'm gonna break it down. Basically, it's a malignant. Oh, it's a long word. I don't even know all these words. It's a malignant diffuse type giant cell tumor with osteosarcomas, and he said there's basically no type of writings or findings of history of this type of tumor, what I have and where it's located at. He said there's like two writings that have similar cases, but not the same. So this is very, very unique. He said that's why they wanted to be very certain, and why they sent it out to so many different people before they discussed anything with me. So he says, well, I know you wanted it out, but we need to probably look into doing chemo. And, he said chemo. I was like, I want it out. You know where it's at. Take it out. We can do all this other shit later. Take it out. I told you the very first day I wanted you to take it out. Take it out. And he was like, I understand that, but the type of tumor, cancer tumor it's known to travel. And because it's so many different spots on your knee, it already traveled, and we don't know if it traveled to your lungs or other part of your body. So, we're going to need a CT scan of your upper extremity, number one. And we want to do the chemo because if it did move to another part of your body, we can kill it. And we can see if it has any effect on your knee. And he says, well, we don't know if it is going to have any effect on your knee because there's nothing, no findings saying that this will work, but this is something that, we would like to try instead of just cutting on you first. Because you basically think that the surgery is like cut and dry. And he says, well, my part, taking it out, is easy. That's an hour and a half. He said, but you have to see a plastic surgeon, and he has to reconstruct your whole knee. And that's going to be about 8 to 10 hours. So we want to know if we can shrink it, maybe it won't be that extensive. And, so all of this is like, and your girl went through when I tell you I went through a thing, I think I had like a mini breakdown because I was like, oh my God, I never thought in a million years that this is what this will be. And I just got like real emotional, right? And of course I was crying. I don't want to talk to nobody. It was just like a bad situation because I had to like take everything in. So I said, okay, take it out. Like, this is the phone conversation. He said, well, we can't do anything until you have that CT of the upper extremity. But I'm gonna need you to come into my office. I'm like, okay. So I basically went in his office. I was there for like 4 hours because I had to see the plastic. I had to see him, the surgeon. I had to see the plastic surgeon. Then I had to see the oncologist, which is the cancer specialist. So he basically went over everything with me. He said, I didn't want to tell you this over the phone. Um, it's something serious. It could be life threatening. We have no history on it. It was deep. Like I went through it, and I was by myself. I didn't have nobody with me. Like me and my husband, we separated like in August. So, and I didn't have nobody to go there with me. So I'm taking all this news in like by myself. And I'm like I consider myself a real strong person. Everybody comes to me. I like get things done. That's just the type of person that I am. And this is one time like I can't control it. Like I am a control freak, but I can't control this. So I'm sitting in front of, and I hate to cry. I hate to cry. I never cried so much in my life until I got this fucking diagnosis, okay? So I'm sitting in front of this doctor like trying to hold it together. My eyes are like red like the motherfucking sea. And I'm like crying. I'm trying to okay. I'm trying to hold the tears back, and I'm still trying to take everything in. So I see him, and he talks about everything, and he was talking about possibly what the surgeon can do because they have to take like this much out of my knee. Then they have to do a skin graft. Then they have to, oh, it's just a lot. Like pull my tendon from my thigh down over the knee. It's just a lot. Then that motherfucker said amputation. I said, what, where, huh? What? No, no, that's not gonna happen. And he's like, oh no, plastic surgeon, he can tell you exactly what's. I'm just saying these are some of the things. I said, okay. And he said, I know you don't want to do chemo because all your hair is gonna fall out and you're gonna be really, really sick. And don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not I could be shallow, okay? But I'm not that shallow of a person. My hair, I have a nice length of hair. I got a wig on. This is gonna be the style I rock when all my hair fall out. But my real hair is about right here. And I don't wear hair weaves. I wear wigs, and I will wear like short wigs. I don't even wear long wigs. Only thing I wear long is like I would get like the single leaf twists, or I get box braids, and I'll wear those long. But if I wear a wig, it's gonna be like a real short wig. And if I wear my hair, I wear my hair with no weave in it because I have a nice length. So when he said like all your hair is gonna fall out, like eyebrows, eyelashes, everything. And like I was like, I don't want that to happen. Like if I go bald head, I want to be bald head by choice, not because the shit just fell out. You know what I'm saying? And that might sound a little shallow, but that's how like I was feeling. And not only that, I take like inmates to the hospital, right, into court, and I take cancer patients, inmates, to get chemo. They're weak, sick. I don't want to be like that. One motherfucker had patches all in his. I don't want to. I don't want. That's the vision that I see. I don't want that to be me. I don't like depending on people. I don't. I don't like that. I just don't. So I was like, no, just take it out. If it travels, we'll deal with that when we deal with that, because they said, it takes 10 billion cells, cancer cells, to be seen on a CT scan. So you can have a billion in you, and it's not going to be able to be read until it actually grows. So that's why I was like, wait till this bitch grow, and then you see it, and we do the chemo. Until then, no. That's just me just taking everything out first, because in my mind it's once again, take it out. You see where it's at, take it out. Take it out. It won't be there anymore. It won't be able to travel. This is my frame of thinking. So they was like, well, this is option. You get the CT scan. Just let us know what you want to do. If you just, and it depends on you. If you that type of person, know you have something and just be like, throw the kitchen sink at me. As long as I could say I did everything within my power, that's fine. Or if you the type of person who's like, no, you see where it is, take it out and we deal with that other shit later, then we can go that route too. I'm more of that. You see where it is, take it out. But I'm also rational. So I just needed some time to like think about everything and be at home and like be by myself and like be with my thoughts. So um I saw the plastic surgeon and I saw the oncologist and I left and I like called my dad back because he called me when I was at the dollar. I called him back and I had like a mini breakdown talking to him because he has never seen me cry. And it was like it just hit me and the tears just started rolling. So I had to suck it in and get my composure so I could talk to him. You know. So where we're at now. This is a long fucking video. But anyway, where we're at now, I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and get the chemo because at least with the chemo, we can see if it does have any effect on the tumor that is now visible. And if it has traveled, it will kill anything that has traveled, like more of a preventative measure. Because I had to think, like, man, you have kids, you need to be here for your kids, and it can't be, you can't be selfish. Because I think I was being selfish and self centered and petty when I was like, oh, my hair, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be, that's not going to last forever. Those are just side effects. They're going to go away. But I had to think in the long run, you have kids, you have to be here for your kids. Is like bigger than the shell. You know what I'm saying? So I decided that I'm going to go ahead and have the chemo. Then after the chemo, he says that he doesn't want to do more than 2 rounds with me before they do the surgery because once again, they don't have a lot to go on because they don't have previous studies. So I'm like the fucking test dummy. So I said, okay, that's fine. You know, um, we do the 1, 2, then they're gonna have surgery on my knee or whatever. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. So today I had to have some more. Oh, now let me bag up. Let me tell y'all, like I have an HMO, right? So everything I have to get referrals for everything. So the doctor sent my referral straight over to the hospital for me to do the CT scan instead of sending it to my doctor. Now I had to drink this nasty ass shit, contrast shit. Went to go take, the test, and I told them I was very clear. I'm like, look, I'm claustrophobic, okay? I'm very claustrophobic. I don't like nothing like me laying down like this. No, I don't like nothing over around. No, I like freaks the fuck out. No, I can't do that. And I told them, I said, I can't, how is it? Because every time I had a test like that, they had me doped up. I didn't know if I was coming or going, okay? So she was like, oh no, it's open and no, you're gonna be fine. I go get that motherfucker test, right? Now they said I was cool. Sit down, then put the needle in me because I had to do it with and without contrast. So they put the needle in me, about to run the shit through my needle. She says, lay down, put your hands above your head, right? I lay down, put my hands on my head. She lowered that motherfucker and it started moving. I swear to God, my heart stopped beating a million motherfucking pounds per minute. A bitch started to freak out. I said, "Oh no, ma'am." I said, "Mm." She said, "Excuse me." I said, "I can't do this. No, I can't, and I won't, and I can, and I won't." And she said, "She says, Miss Crown." I mean, you're gonna be in there not even 16 seconds. I said, I don't care if it's 1 second. I said, how far you putting me in there? She said, well, your whole head. I said, that's where you messed up at. Nope. I can't, and I won't. I can't. I said, give me a couple of minutes, because my heart was like boom, 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 boom. Anxiety kicked the fuck in. So I'm sitting there, and I'm saying, okay, maybe, I can stop my heart from beating so fast. I could just go in there, and I could get it done. Didn't happen. She can't. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't do this. She said, well, it's open. I said, no, it's a little donut. My eyes, I said, that thing's like this close to my face, and if it freaks me out, I can't do it. I have to be like, they have to give me some drugs. I can't do it. So, so the lady was pissed off. I couldn't do it. So I'm glad that I didn't do it, because they would have ended up billing me directly, because they didn't even tell my primary doctor that I had to have this test done. So that was like a blessing in disguise. So I had to go do some testing today to make sure like my kidneys and everything is okay for me to even take this stuff. I had this test done. And then I do a CT of my upper extremity, which is basically covers my liver, my heart, my kidneys, my pelvis, all that area, just to see if the cancer travel within those areas. And then I'm having the MRI on my left knee, to just um he just want to see how it looks compared to the one I took a couple of weeks ago. And then they're gonna do my plan for my chemotherapy, and from there, surgery, rehab, physical therapy, and all that other good stuff. So I just decided that I might as well start basically doing a day in the life of trying to beat cancer ass, cause that motherfucker right, man, got a bitch discombobulated like a mug. No. See, I can laugh now, but the bitch was crying last week, okay? But yeah, it's. I'm trying to make light of it, but it's very serious, and I'm just trying to like keep a smile and be happy and be strong. Um, I'm just right now. I'm just on pain medication, and this should be having me itching like a motherfucking heroin addict, okay, who need a fix. It's hard. But I said I'm gonna start rocking, I'm rocking her. I'm rocking, Janet. This little curly thing, cause it looks cute. My hair, like I said, my hair is long, so I'm just preparing for this shit to fall out when I start. Hopefully, I've been reading a lot of things. Some people say like their hair just thins out, it don't fall all the way out. I'm kind of hoping that happens, but if it do, it is what it is. My sister says she's gonna go bald with me. She gonna get a fade. We gonna see, cause her hair longer than mine and thicker, so we'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been up to lately, and that's been my journey. So, like pivotal points, I can't hope I remember. I think I'm gonna go give me a vlogging camera. I think I'm gonna start, so people can like follow me, and if they're going through the same thing, or any type of illness, and my family, or god forbid something goes left, my family can like have something to go back, and they can hear me, they can see me, see me smile, see my highs and my lows, hear my voice, just something to go back on. So if it does go that way, I just want to leave like a visual, you know what I'm saying? That like will always be there for them. So yeah, that's it. So, and I got these boobs hanging all out. And I am so mad. I gotta see like I'm like a a pimple. I'm a pimple. I should have been a motherfucking dermatologist because I love busting like bumps, pimples, and all of these little marks is where I like had a little pimple and like, and my skin's so sensitive and I like bruise my skin up, and I got it in my face too. I got a makeup. I try to look as natural as possible, but I have marks in my face and I'm like trying to clear up. I'm trying to really stay out my face like with the bumps and stuff, but you get I started getting acne when I was like 30 and I'm 41. That's some shit for your ass, right? But anyways, this is a long fucking video. But I had to give you guys the whole history, and I like talk a lot and I skip off into different things. So if whenever I say that's a different story, remind me in the comments to tell y'all about that story. Because 9 out of 10, I'm going to forget. Because I forget a lot of shit. But until next time, you guys stay blessed, stay happy, stay beautiful, and work.